Dom, congratulations on the outing and the win. Just kind of, just talk about your night. I mean, you were really on it.
Yeah, I think to start, I had the fastball, but the changeup and the slider really didn't have it at the beginning of the game, and was able to find it as it went on, and then just kind of command the strike zone and go after them, and was able to just found success doing that.
What was the biggest thing that you saw from Dom's start that you took with you when you got to the mound?
The biggest thing probably might have been the entire game was bases juice, already giving up 2 when he gets out of it with punchy, and to be able to do that, just kind of keep us in the game and keep it a manageable game it's so important, and it kind of gets overlooked in the grand scheme of things, but that's probably the turn of the game right there where he can settle down and get it done and just bear down. And he didn't have his best stuff. He's not going to be happy with how he pitched tonight, but he got the job done in that big situation and was able to get off the field with no more runs that came across the plate.
What was the atmosphere like in the bullpen as you were watching him do that?
It was awesome because I was kind of preparing. We were like, okay, let's see. We gotta bear down and get some guys out, and he did just that. And so it was awesome to see him be able to do that and bear down, especially when we needed it most.
And your scoreless innings led to eventually a comeback from the offensive side. How good of a feeling is that, knowing that you held it down until they can get it together?
Yeah, it's great. I'm just doing my job as long as I can, and I don't know how many pitches I threw, what the stats were, but just kind of out of the bullpen, just get us through as many as he can, and just strike 1, strike 2, and go after them, and then however it ends up, just kind of be content with you gave it everything you got.
You're in the dugout, obviously, when Jack comes up to bat. Kind of what's your vantage point? Are you locked in? Are you kind of talking to the pitcher? What's kind of going on? What did you think when he hit that?
Honestly, I had a feeling it was coming. I don't know why, but I just kind of was hanging on the bench. I try and not get too amped up, especially after that. After I think the 6th with the guy coming off the mound, just kind of got to settle everything, because I know I'm not done yet, and I got to go back out there and get some more zeros. So kind of just trying to settle down. And then he hit that, and it was awesome to get him and get the go ahead and be able to finish the game that way.
A bit of a deja vu from last night. Ziska did the same thing today with the 3-run go ahead this time around. Have you in relief? What did you learn from watching the relief pitchers last night that you kind of took with you into tonight with your outing?
I'd say we just walked too many guys last night, and that was pretty much the whole thing of it. And those guys that came out of the pen, Bauer, Kramer, Sentalich, very uncharacteristic of them, so kind of just flush it, go after these guys, and just do what I've been doing all year, and do what the bullpen's been doing all year, not think too much of it, and just flush it and get back to work.
This series, every Big 12 series is big, but it seems like both sides were fired up. There was a little bit of chirping, celebrations when they get a big out. You guys face this team in the American too. Is there a little bit something extra when UCF and Cincinnati plays?
I think it's just competitiveness, and we've played each other many times. I think they've come, since I've been here, we've gone to their place. They've come to us twice, and so just kind of the competitiveness of it, and we've seen them in the conference tournament many times. So I think it's just part of the game, and it's a fun part for sure, because it just makes the game much more intense and gets the atmosphere great.
5-0 now on the season. How are you a different pitcher now than you were at the beginning of the season?
I think just the ability to come in any situation is I've been thrown in a bunch of different situations this year, so I think that's the biggest part, just some maturity from that aspect, and being able to get ready to go whenever my name's called, because it's can be any time in the game, so just being ready whenever they need me.
What do you tell any of the pitchers that could be in line to pitch tomorrow?
Just do what you've been doing. We've been throwing the ball well, and a bunch of guys have been throwing the ball really well, so just don't change anything. Do what you've been doing. These guys, they're great guys out of the pen, and they've been great all year, so just don't try and change anything, think too much, or especially after Friday, and just come out today or come out tomorrow and do what they've been doing all year.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dom.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, Dom.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats.